and you are watching Gov's Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple minutes. This is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent.
Tony, welcome to Go.
Hey, Joe, how are you?
I gotta pat you down though, pal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Got anything on you? Anything I should know?
I got nothing.
Anything weird going on?
What?
All right, you go in, Tony. Good.
Thanks, Joe.
Hi, I'm Tom Kelly of The Tom Kelly Show. Yes, this is not the only time I've gotten on my knees in the back room of a comedy club.
The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. Give Two Eagles Auto Body a call and please ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. That's 516-328-2527.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony on the Knockem Dead Radio Show. They're gonna keep knocking them dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie.
Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, at Knockem Dead Comedy Radio.
Hey, Tony, you're not funny, and you probably shit yourself a lot, and you're no fun to be with, and you don't make that much money, and you're not going anywhere in show business, and I hope you get hit by a bus.
Tony, I love you. Tony's got half of S. Some say that it's made of glass. He fell on it one August day, broke his ass in many ways. Humpty Dumpty had a fall. Tony Walker was the wall. Had an issue with his leg. Now he thinks he's egg. He ate an egg. My friend Tony Walker. I'll punch you right in the freaking eye. Not you, Tony. I can never punch you because I love you too much. I can't punch somebody like you. And you can't even run after me. It's not even a fair fight. It's not even fair. All right? Tough guy? Tony, Tony, you're a phony baloney. I'm gonna cry. Tony, you're the best. You're hysterical. Knockem dead. Comedy show.
No, not at all. We were just talking about Broadway shows, and I was saying I saw Marissa Tomei and Quentin Tarantino in a production of Wait Until Dark, and I was saying that Quentin Tarantino was awful. Marissa Tomei was fantastic.
Oh, great actress.
She is a great actress. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Show. It is Wednesday. Michael's here. And we're live on Gov's Comedy Club podcast. Facebook page, YouTube channel, no matter where you're watching from, please share the link to this show on all your socials. Tell everybody you know about all the great shows here on Gov's Comedy Club podcast. And, of course, the club and Knockem Dead Comedy and all that good stuff. Because that's where we are. We're at Governor's Comedy Club. We are live on Governor's Comedy Club. And
we're live?
We are live. Yeah.
Alive or
we
just
are
live?
We are two men who are alive and live. Live and alive. Live alive. Live alive. Hey, tomorrow, don't forget to tune in here tomorrow. We have the Bad Moms of Comedy are coming in here tomorrow. They're playing the club this weekend, and they're going to come in here tomorrow and hopefully cause all sorts of trouble because they're bad moms. And
Nice.
I have all sorts of perverted thoughts in my head.
I'm sure.
Marissa Tomei, I feel what? Marissa Tomei, I feel your tits is from what? Maybe he just wants to feel.
Actually, I thought her best role
was
not My Cousin Vinny, was The Wrestler.
Okay, I'll give you that. But one is dramatic and one's comedic, so we can separate it that way. Best comedic role was My Cousin Vinny. Best dramatic role, she was great in The Wrestler, and she gets naked
Several times, yes.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
Yeah,
and of course your boy. Oh, that reminds me. Because you mentioned The Wrestler, and your favorite did the soundtrack.
Well, he did the song.
Well, okay, yeah, right.
The
He did the
closing
one song, right.
The
Bruce
Wrestler.
Springsteen did the song, great song.
The Wrestler? Oh, yeah.
And
I think so.
He even says something about, is it a one-legged man?
Yeah.
Yeah, he even mentions that in the song. So, yeah.
If you ever see a one-legged man?
Then you've seen me? Is that what he said?
Trying to dance his way
Oh,
free.
that's it. Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not many people know that, but Bruce wrote that for me.
He did.
Yeah. All right, so that reminds me. Being the Bruce guy that you are, have you seen the latest post on Bruce's socials?
I follow all his fan things. No.
All right, because I was going to ask you what it means. So it's a picture. What is Thrill Hill? Is that his studio?
Yes.
Okay.
It's his studio, actually, at his ranch in Jersey.
Oh, okay.
In Colts Neck, yeah.
So it's a thing. I don't know if it's not a letterhead. It almost looks like recording, like in the studio, like they're making notes or something, because it says Thrill Hill on the top, and it's and it's got some stuff, but in the middle, it says, What was lost has now been found.
Yeah, I don't know. I have seen that.
Oh, you have seen
I
that.
have no idea what it's, and even all the fans really don't know what it means.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming because it said Thrill Hill, I'm assuming it means there's some kind of recordings are being released, whether it's a new album or.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a new album.
I'm thinking it's like something like that he recorded and never put out.
Yes.
Yeah.
That I believe that's what it's going to be.
Because he's been known for that, right? He puts out, like, he's been known to record a bunch of stuff, like even albums worth of material, and then the last second, it's like, no, I'm not putting that out.
Well,
right?
you know, Little Steven was interviewed once years ago, and
I'm sure he's interviewed a lot.
Yes, he's interviewed a lot. But this one particular interview, he said Bruce usually has 2 or 3 albums always in his back pocket.
That's amazing to me.
It's amazing to me.
Springsteen, McCartney, Stevie Wonder, Bob Dylan, and Van Halen. I've heard that about all those guys. They just have tons of stuff.
That they're just always writing.
Yeah. In fact, Alex Van Halen has said that he's going to take some of the stuff and finish it and put it out.
Oh, the son, you mean?
No, the brother.
Oh, the brother.
He was the drummer in Van Halen.
Oh,
so it was
right.
Eddie Van Halen on guitar and his brother Alex on drums.
The son's name is a strange...
Wolfgang.
Wolfgang, right.
Yeah.
Wolfgang.
But, yeah, Alex is going to take stuff and put it out. So that's my guess. It's something. It's an album he made, or it's a bunch of like rare recordings or something.
I think it's rare recordings, things he never released, and just a retro album of just old songs remastered.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I'll take it. He's him and I don't know about Van Halen. I don't know about Dylan. I don't know about Stevie Wonder, but a lot of Bruce and a lot of McCartney stuff. Unreleased stuff has made it through the bootleg world.
Yes. Yeah.
Some of it is fantastic. You wonder, why are these guys not putting this stuff out?
I don't know.
Some of it is really good.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious to see what this is.
We will soon find out.
I was hoping you would have some info, but I guess not. Call yourself a Bruce fan. Let's see. Fremder's watching, as we said. Mickey is watching. John Rusilla. What a way to start a Wednesday show talking about Bruce Puke.
You know, the thing is, and him and I always argue about this.
Yeah.
Fans like me, just like tramps like us, you see the reference there?
Unfortunately.
What do you mean, unfortunately? It's a great reference.
It was a stretch.
Really?
A little bit. I've heard worse, but it was still kind of a stretch.
So tramps like us.
Yeah.
I always get into arguments with people because every time I bring up the boss, they think of his politics.
Yes, a lot of people
do. And I can't stand that because they don't see him as the artist that he is. They don't.
What do you think about guys like Bruce who talk a lot of politics? Do you think hey, just shut up and play, or you're okay with it?
This is going to be a very political answer.
Okay.
My answer is because I'm such a big fan of his. Do I like that people do it? I think there's a double standard. I think people they spend their hard-earned money to go see them play their music. That's what they should get. But on the other hand, I think they earn their stripes to do that. And the reason why I say that, Bruce does it, although he has not done it in a very long time. And I've seen him several times in the past 10 years. He doesn't really do a lot of that anymore like he used to.
He did a Harris benefit in the fall.
That yes, who he supports.
Yeah.
But like when
Oh, you mean like in the middle of a concert going like ranting about politics?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like especially when I saw him when George Bush Jr. was president, in the middle of the show he would just slam George Bush Jr.
Yeah, I remember that.
So it would piss off all the Republicans. But then, I've watched a lot of country stars, and they were all pro-Trump. And I'm not anti-Trump or anything.
Okay.
So, when someone says, oh, I hate the boss, but I love this country star, and he talks about he was pro-Trump, wearing the MAGA hat, all that.
Yep.
Yeah,
I agree.
Where's the equality?
Yep.
So if it has to go for Bruce, shut up and play. Like I saw Barbara Streisand once.
Okay.
And she's she obviously, you know, she's very outspoken about Democrats, liberals, and all that stuff. You know, and you know, people were up in arms about that. I don't know why I referenced Barbara Streisand there.
Well, because she is outspoken. We're talking about, do you agree with people speaking up?
Yeah.
You all right? What was that?
Yeah, I was chewing a Tic Tac.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's great when you're on a mic. Good sound.
You heard it?
Well, I didn't until
you saw
started chewing.
You
And then,
saw the visual.
And then I started hearing it, too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, loved it. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I agree. Everything that you're saying makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm a little back and forth. Sometimes I'm like, let them have their say. Sometimes I'm like, all right, they should have their say. They should use who they are.
Yeah.
As a platform. Then other times I'm like, no, just play. I just want to be entertained. Go if you're going to go on a TV show or something for that reason, or if you're going to do a Kamala Harris benefit or a Trump benefit, that's the time to say your piece. Right. I don't know, but yeah, I go back and forth. I'm all over the place.
We've spoke about 41 shots before.
Yeah.
And I've told you, people, I'll never forget it. See, one of the first times I heard it live, I saw a lot of people turn their backs to the stage.
Right.
So I was like, wow, it's a pretty cool silent protest.
Sure.
You know? And, you know, I'd say if you want to go see him or any other artist that's going to speak about politics, turn your back to the stage when he does that. When he or she does that, or the band, whatever.
Yeah, and I'm with you. That's to me, I truly believe in letting people have their say.
Yeah.
And people, if they want to have a peaceful protest, I'm all in favor, even if it's on a topic I disagree with. But if it's peaceful, knock yourself out.
Yeah.
I saw Neil Young once. It was Bush era, the son. I don't remember exactly what was going on at the time, but Neil Young had a song called "Let's Impeach the President for Lying." That was the title. And sure enough, he starts playing that song in this concert, and I mean, it was hundreds of people just stormed out. Now, and like I said, I'm fine with peaceful protest. Fine, you want to walk out after spending your money on the concert? Okay. Then I wondered, all right, well, these people probably aren't Neil Young fans. He probably planned on doing this because he's been playing this song.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, all right, well, then whoever paid for, if it's the Republican Party paying for the tickets so these people can make their statement and people can witness this, that's a waste of money. So that made me mad, too.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I go back and forth on this stuff. Like, and I remember saying that to you with Bruce. Like, I understand what you're saying. The song isn't what people think it is, but you know, as the writer, in fact, Neil Young also, you know, as the writer, the majority of people are not going to care what the song is really about. They're just going to hear that title. They're going to hear what people are saying, and they're just going to be mad.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. To me, you know, did Bruce really make that big of a statement that he, like, I don't know. I think my point is, especially in their cases, they're already famous, they're already rich, they're already established their legendary status.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you need to put it out? Like Neil Young did the song Ohio. Put that song out because that was terrible. The song Ohio is about the Kent State students that were killed.
Oh, the Kent State shooting.
Yeah, in 1970. And then Neil Young put out Ohio. All in favor of putting that song out because that was just, you know, there wasn't a single positive out of that. There wasn't a single thing about, you know, the authorities who shot them. Like, there was nothing, not even a pubic hair of right on their side. You know what I mean? That was 100% wrong. So fine, put out a song, throw it in their faces. But a song like 41 Shots, a song like Let's Impeach the President, that's opinion-based. You know, and you don't need to, you know, so just...
That's very well put. It is opinion-based.
So do you need to put it out? You know, I don't know. I go back and forth on this stuff. But I don't know how we really got into... Oh, because we were talking about... John, it was John's fault because he said something about puke. John, did you hate Bruce before that song? I'm gonna guess he didn't. I'm gonna say he...
I don't know.
If John is sitting here,
don't know.
my guess is that he'd say it's not his type of music, but maybe
but he has
one
told
or two
me
songs.
he's a very talented writer.
Okay.
He has told me, so he gives
Right.
him his props.
So
on
he
that.
respected the guy for doing his craft.
Yes.
But it just wasn't his type of music. But then 41 Shots comes out, and he's like, oh, no, I hate that guy. Yeah. That's what I think John would say. I'm guessing it's going – oh, this is from there. I'm guessing it's going to say R.I.P. on Val Kilmer's tombstone. Yeah, that's the big news this morning. Val Kilmer died yesterday from pneumonia at age 65, which that kind of blew me away. Like, you don't –
But
you
he
don't
was
think
sick.
of Val, yeah, he had some cancer issues.
Yeah,
his
he
throat.
was sick for several years.
But you don't think of Val Kilmer being 65. Like that.
No,
that
not
blew
when
me
you saw
away.
him. You know,
he was a young-looking
Top
guy
Gun,
before he
young,
got sick.
was, you know, strapping, handsome fella.
Right. Speaking of
strapping,
strap on with handsome fellas. Hi, John.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My true opinion of Bruce Springsteen, he's a fabulous entertainer, an artist. There's no question about his talent. However, because of his idiotic politics and songwriting, it minimizes and diminishes his talent.
When you say idiotic politics, are you talking about just that one particular song that people thought were against the cops, or are you talking about other things as well?
One particular song and other things and other, in my opinion, and this is my opinion only, stupid remarks that he's made in politics. Politics does not belong in the entertainment world. If you're an entertainer, whether you're a songwriter, whether you're a musician, whether you're an actor, I mean, listen, I loved De Niro. For 40 years, I loved De Niro.
Yeah.
When he started this garbage, all right, and it whether you were, it's bipartisan, whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, means nothing. He's going into an era, or he's going into a topic that he doesn't belong. Keep the opinions to himself. He's a great entertainer. He's a great comedian. He did it all.
Now, would you say the same when it comes to people like Sinatra and Elvis Presley, who also got involved with politicians?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. Listen, Sinatra's my idol.
Right.
I think Sinatra he's my idol. But when he started his bullshit with the Kennedys and everything else, I totally was turned off.
Wow.
However, can we change the subject for a second?
Of course.
Okay, because this is the Knockem Dead comedy show.
Correct.
Okay, so this woman walks into the dentist's office and she sits in a chair and she says to the dentist, I have a terrible, terrible toothache. He opens up her mouth, he examines her, and the dentist says, well, 2 teeth are rotten, they have to be pulled. And she says, oh my God, I'd rather have another baby. He pauses and he says, well, let me know what you want because I have to adjust the chair.
That's a good one.
That is good. I like that. What does a tick and the Eiffel Tower have in common?
A tick and the Eiffel Tower have in common. You got me.
They're both parasites.
Oh, very good. Yes, okay. Can I hang up now?
Yes, you can. Let me help you with that.
I have a good dentist joke.
Okay.
So a woman goes. I got to get this right. A woman goes to a gynecologist appointment.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. She has to. Oh God, I messed this up. I messed up all these jokes. She goes to the dentist.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Can I reset?
You can.
She goes to the dentist.
Right.
And she's in the chair. She puts her legs up in the air.
Okay.
Like she's at the gynecologist.
Right.
And so the dentist walks in and says, excuse me, madam, but why are your legs up in the air? You have the wrong office here. This is a dentist. She goes, yeah, but you have to take my husband's teeth out.
What the hell?
Come on, that's classic.
You know the joke about the woman in the wheelchair? She has no arms, no legs. You know, this is an old joke. Do you know this one?
I don't believe so.
So there's this guy. He's jogging on the beach. Good shape. You know, obviously in good shape because he's jogging. He's jogging along the beach, along the water, and all of a sudden there's this girl in a wheelchair, no arms or legs. She's just sitting there in a wheelchair right there by the water. And as he's approaching her, she goes, "Excuse me, sir." He goes, "Yes." She goes, "I was wondering if you could help me out." She goes, "As you can see, I have no arms, no legs." She goes, "And because of that, men don't, they don't want to get involved with me. They don't want to be with me." She's like, "Is there a chance you'll give me a kiss?" She goes, "I've never had that before, and you're a beautiful man." She's like, "Yeah, fine, I'll be happy to help you." She gives her a nice little soft kiss. "Thank you, sir," and off he goes. Next day, same guy, he's jogging on the same path. Sure enough, there she is again. She goes, "Excuse me, sir." He goes, "Yes." She goes, "Listen, as you can see, I have no arms and no legs." She goes, "And because of that, men have never wanted anything to do with me." She goes, "I've never had a man, just touch me." She goes, "Would you mind just touching me just for a second?" She's like, "Yeah, I'll be glad to, help you out." So he just kind of goes down, just beep, beep, beep. Takes off. "Thank you, sir." He's jogging away. Next day, guy's jogging, same path. Sure enough, he sees the woman in the wheelchair, no arms, no legs. She goes, "Excuse me, sir." He goes, "Yes." She goes, "As you can see, because I have no arms, no legs, no men have ever wanted to get involved with me." She goes, "So a man has never made love to me before." She says flat, she goes, "Will you fuck me?" He goes, "I'll be glad to help you." Looks at her.
Oh, God.
You know this one?
No, but I have a
He
feeling.
bends over, he grabs her, picks her up, throws her in the water. He says, "Now you're fucked."
God.
What do you call a fish wearing a bow tie? Sophisticated.
What?
Sophisticated.
Oh, my God. I thought I had bad ones.
Oh, this is bad. How do you follow Will Smith in the snow? You follow the Fresh Prince.
Oh, God.
Oh, that was terrible. This is stupid, but I think you'll like it. I thought the dryer was shrinking my clothes. Turns out it was the refrigerator all along. Stupid.
Wait, what?
Never mind. What did the ocean say to the beach?
Oh, you look wavy or something?
Yeah, nothing. It just waved. What do you call a factory that makes okay products?
Mediocre.
Hey, satisfactory.
Do you know, my psychiatrist told me I was crazy. And I said, "You know what? I want a second opinion." He said, "All right, you're ugly too."
Yeah, that's probably one of the oldest jokes ever.
Did you know I went to a fight the other night and a hockey game broke out?
Yeah, right. What did you Google old jokes?
No.
Those are so... you've heard those before, yes?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Fremder, so what you're saying is Alex Van Halen is going to finish what he started. Oh, that was pretty good, Fremder. Mike has a Springsteen for Springsteen. Fremder says, "I guess Batman wasn't forever."
Oh, God.
That's pretty good. If Bruce was a vegetable, he'd be Bruce Stringbean. Talking about Barbara Streisand and Bruce Springsteen. Jennifer O is watching. Good morning, Jennifer.
Jennifer O. Sorry?
Is that like what you do? Do you whisper in her ear like that?
I always whisper.
That was kind of creepy, actually. How many good-looking ladies at the White House at the moment? I wouldn't mind being impeached.
Do you know, my wife was afraid of the dark. Then she saw me naked. Now she's afraid of the light.
Is that a Rodney joke? That's good.
I like that one.
Jennifer O says, all music genres have a history of being a voice for those who don't. Yeah, okay. Yeah. But does that make it okay? Or are you like John, you think they should just stick to singing?
No, if I understand her, she's off. She's like me. If someone wants to say something, they should be able to say it. You know, speaking of that,
Yeah.
we had a very healthy discussion one day. We were taking a walk, Jennifer O and I.
Yes.
And she asked me, as a soldier, as someone who loves his country, what I thought of what Colin Kaepernick did.
Okay.
And you know the whole thing, right?
Oh yeah.
So I said, there was a part of me that believes that, freedom of speech and do what you want, all this stuff. Yeah. It was okay, right? But there was also part of me that, I went to 2 wars. I felt he should have done something different. And with that kind of protest, right? But she gave a great analogy comeback to me. She said, well, freedom of speech is really won and continued by people like you who actually went and served for the country. And that's all I got. So you understand? You could have these healthy discussions, and I don't think anybody's really wrong, because that's what our country is built on.
Well, right. Absolutely. Freedom of
Yeah.
speech.
Freedom
Yes.
of speech.
Well, I disagree with what he did. But like I said, it was peaceful at least. But
it was peaceful, yes.
And he does have the right to do it. So,
Yeah.
which is great. But, yeah.
What I'll tell you, and I'll double up on it, I don't like what happened to him afterwards, because he was still a great quarterback, and he was ostracized by the NFL. No one would take him. I know a couple teams tried him out.
Yeah.
But he was done.
He was done
because of that. Yeah. Which I don't agree with. Because that's the same thing, like Bruce Springsteen playing 41 shots, or Neil Young saying impeach the president and all that stuff. So that means no one would ever go see them again.
Right.
No one,
Yeah.
no producer or record company or record label would want anything to do with them again.
Sure.
Sometimes, my wife is such a bad cook. I leave dental floss in the kitchen so the roaches can hang themselves.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's good.
I love that joke.
I only know 25 letters of the alphabet. I don't know why. Good morning, Ann. Fremdo, I'd love to come in on a random Wednesday and tell bad jokes with you guys. Trust me, it'll make Mike look funny. We should do that actually one day.
How come everybody? I have a bone to pick with you, by the way, young man.
Oh, I got a bone to pick with you this morning, sucker.
And what do you mean it makes me look funny? I don't claim to be funny.
I didn't say it. Fremdo said it.
I'm saying it to him.
Oh, but you said you had a bone to pick with me.
Well,
you didn't get to it yet.
I didn't get to it yet.
I got
that
confused.
was my first order of business. I said the word sex. Excuse me. The second one is the picture you posted of me.
Who said it was you?
Well, it eerily looks like me. Because I even told Jennifer, I said, look at the picture of Tony. He always posts a picture of the next day, right? And I'm like, looks like me. The guy's 2'11".
It's Mini-Me from Austin Powers.
No, I know.
Yeah.
So is that my Mini-Me?
I guess it could be. I knew it. As soon as I saw that photo, I'm like, oh, this is perfect.
Yeah. And he makes a face just like me.
Did you see did you happen to catch yesterday's show by any chance? It's fine. You can say no. I don't.
No, I did not. But right. I heard some shenanigans went on.
Well, do I still have it here?
It's your program. You should. You know how to work that computer?
No. Oh, here it is. So, and you and I had actually discussed it. How yesterday was going to be the John Rusiello show.
Yes, with Diane, yes.
So I put together the opening credits for the John Rusiello show. Yeah.
I think I saw the picture. That's actually a great picture. So is that one. Happy he looks. Grumpy old bastard.
Yeah, that's right. We didn't even mention that yesterday. That beautiful flag behind John in that one photo was made by you.
Yes, sir.
That's cool stuff. Do you do that? Like, do you sell it, like, or you just do it as favors for people or gifts?
No, I've done. You know, I think I've made, I don't know, 6 or 7 of them, and I've just given them to people who I have a fondness for.
You should sell them.
I know. I see them online. I see them like on Facebook Marketplace. The ones I make, you know, I see them going for like 150 a piece.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think I'm that talented, but by the way, may I interject?
Okay.
At this particular moment.
Oh, you're gonna tell me what your beef with me is?
No. No, I have no beef with you.
Oh.
All the flags that I make,
Yeah.
if you notice, most of them are, you know, the people that make them now, they make them in bulk. You know, they put all the stripes together, then the stars. You know, I make mine one at a time, and I specifically make them with an imperfection in them.
Oh,
like the 50 stars, I made a star crooked. You know, Jennifer last night, we were on the couch and she saw I made a mistake on one of the sides because our country is not perfect. So why should our flag be perfect? And that's my. Oh, I do have 2 things. I don't know what's happening out there.
I don't either.
I don't know. It sounds like it's 2 people throwing a hand truck at each other.
That's exactly what it sounds like. It's probably somebody delivering some kind of alcohol.
Did they drink the alcohol?
I hope they did. Good for them.
And, you know, when I walked in here this morning, I was going to ask you, do you have there's no mascots here like animals, right?
Mascots? No.
No, because it smells like a litter box in here.
Seriously?
A little bit.
And it didn't smell like that last week?
No. Like as I'm sitting here, I smell something similar to a litter box. Are you house trained?
Yeah. I mean, we had some people in here last night that haven't been in here in probably 6 months or so.
Oh, so there's something lingering.
So Mike is claiming that Joey Petroni smells, or one of his guests. It was Joey.
Oh no, Diane was here yesterday.
Diane was here yesterday, but yeah, then we had and we had Peter Schwartz doing Sports Bash.
Mm-hmm.
Then last night, Joey Petroni and his wife were in here. There was another couple, Jerry Parisi and his wife. Do you know Jerry Parisi? He's a local actor, filmmaker.
I know of him.
And then they had some other women in here as well. And then Hershey and the Keegs were in here. You never know with Hershey and the Keegs.
Why?
Mike Keegan can be. His personality is pretty unsanitary.
Oh.
So.
Well, I used to work with this guy. I forgot his name with the town of Islip, and he had like 5 or 6 cats at home, and he would always smell like a litter box. You would get into the truck with him. He would, and everyone called him the P word.
Oh well, yeah, that's fitting.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't smell it.
No,
I'm not saying you, but you don't smell it on
yeah.
yourself.
Yeah,
and you know, I don't know. Have you ever had cats?
Thankfully, no. Well, actually, no, I take that back. Yes. When Lisa and I...
I remember that cat. Yeah, you had a cat.
Nastiest
he was big,
cat.
Wasn't he?
Very big, fat, nasty cat.
He wasn't nasty. He was
very nasty. That thing...
He was nasty. He swiped at me a bunch of times.
Always swiping. Always. Yeah. And I had... When Lisa
was
and I...
he on Tinder?
Yeah. And when Lisa and I first got married, we had... That was pretty good. We had 2... I had 2 small dogs. They were like 10 pounds
Maggie
each. and Precious.
Precious, my precious.
and so the day Lisa moved in, because I had my house and Lisa moved into my house. The day she moved in, we moved all the stuff, and then let's bring the cat in. So and she said I sat in a room with the dogs. She came in with the cat and let the cat just walk around and check it all out. And then after maybe a half hour, I opened the door, let the dogs out, and they were coexisting for about a half hour. And then all of a sudden, Maggie, who was
Maltese,
a white Maltese.
Yeah, she was a tiny thing.
She starts barking at the cat, and Lisa was walking into. She had gone out to the car to get something. She's walking in. The cat takes off. Maggie takes off after her. It's like, shit. So we start to go out to get them, but of course, we're watching where they're going, and they run next door, and the cat goes into the bushes. Maggie follows her into the bushes. I'm telling you, this is right out of a cartoon. You hear a little shuffling, and now Maggie's running out of the bushes, and the cat is chasing Maggie. I was like, what did it? Yeah. And then from that day on, that cat ruled the house. Those dogs were so scared of that damn cat. I once saw a raccoon in the middle. It was like 12 midnight. I just happened to look out the window. I was awake, and I just happened to look out the window, and I see a raccoon running right in the middle of the street, just running down the street. I was about to turn away, not thinking anything of it, and all of a sudden I see Lisa's cat. The cat was chasing the raccoon. I'm like, son of a bitch. This cat was so nasty. I almost actually killed this cat once. I actually really did almost kill this cat once because she was declawed in the front, but still managed. Sammy was like 1 or 2. She still managed to somehow scratch Sammy.
With her back claws.
Back claws, or she tried to bite her. Because same thing. The cat was in some bushes in the backyard. Sammy was only 1 or 2. So she's still exploring the world. She wanted to see what the cat was doing. So we don't know what happened because they were in the bushes. Maybe, for all I know, maybe a stick. But I had reason to believe it was the cat. Just the way Sammy reacted, the way the cat went running. I had a feeling the cat did it. Oh man, I came close. Any parent I think would agree. Yeah, and they say cats, like they like to go off and die alone.
Yes.
So the cat was sick, pretty sick, like to the point where we're like, what are you still doing here?
I don't mean to laugh, but
no, it was true. She was in bad shape. And one day she left, and then we realized like a day later, oh shit,
She never came back.
Never. Well, that's what Lisa said. They apparently cats like when they
They
know they're going to die,
yeah.
they take off. They don't like to be around their familiar surroundings. I don't know. This is what Lisa told me. and so I did. I actually went looking around, couldn't find a body, So I was like, all right, well, I guess she's dead. So that was 2000. That was 2008. And then we sold the house in 2019. And so we sold the house and we're, getting our stuff out.
11 years later.
Yeah. And we had a deck that was high up.
Yeah.
So we used underneath the deck, we used it for storage. We had a gate and everything. We used it for like a shed.
Yeah.
So one day I'm back there and I'm taking stuff out. And sure enough, just way deep, I see some fur. I'm like, what is that? I get closer. It's the damn cat. And I'm bad with that kind of thing. So I'm like, I'm not.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. So Zach was like, oh, yeah, I'll do it. He doesn't care. But he was shocked. The cat, this is 11 years later. This thing wasn't eaten by rats or by bugs, by another cat. You would think this thing died the day before. It was fully intact. And it was, very strange. So But Lisa was happy because now we were able to give this thing a proper burial.
Was it embalmed? Is that why it was so preserved after 11 years?
Yeah.
Now I know why Fremda says I'm not that funny.
There was a topic I was saving just for you, and I hope I can find it.
Oh. You always have 97 pages there.
I do. And that's the thing. I save a lot of stuff for certain days or for certain people. Do I not have it here?
You don't know it by heart?
I know the topic, but the list that goes with it, I don't remember off the top of my head. Oh, here we go. All right, cool. I know what your first answer is going to be. So,
really?
Yeah, really.
Oh, okay.
So with the death of Val Kilmer yesterday, I got to thinking about. He was a great actor.
Wait a minute.
You don't think Val Kilmer was a great actor? Come on, Tombstone. He was fantastic.
Yeah, he was. Well, it's a classic movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie, and he was great in it.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing.
You don't agree, which is fine.
No, he was great in that movie. Yeah.
But other than that, you don't like him.
I don't think he was. When you ask me,
I just did.
Who's a great actor? I wouldn't put him in the top 20.
I don't know if I put him in my top 20 either, but
Yeah.
that doesn't mean he's still not a great actor.
He was a good actor. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
I personally think he was great.
Okay.
But having said that, I don't know. I didn't see every single thing he was in, but no, I would say great. Yeah, what I saw him in. But doesn't mean every movie he made was great either.
Mm-hmm.
But that just so my thoughts just kind of moved on, like thinking about great actors. Okay, so this is where I'm going. Val Kilmer is not a part of this, but it just got. This is where the thought process started. A list of actors in a particular role that you don't see anybody else doing. Like this guy just nailed it. I can't see anybody else doing that role like this guy can. This guy or girl.
Mm-hmm.
And all right, I'm going to write down what I think your first answer is going to be, and then I'll ask you.
Well, I think most men would have the same answer.
Hang on. Okay. What is the first one that you that,
I don't
that
know
comes to mind?
I don't. You know, I have several.
Okay.
I have several.
Oh yeah, of course. But the first one that comes to Mike Kaplan's mind would be who?
I forgot the name of the movie and I forgot the name of the character.
Then I'm already wrong. Oh wow.
Because one of my favorite roles was Orson Welles in the movie The Rosebud.
Oh sure. That's not.
It wasn't the name of the movie Rosebud.
Yeah, that's
Rosebud
not,
was the sled.
That's not 1984, right?
No. God damn, I forgot the name. Wow, I'm getting
I thought when I say to you,
but I have several.
Yeah,
that might be on the list. What you wrote.
Yeah, but I thought it would be your automatic. Jackie Gleason as Ralph.
Oh, you're talking about. I didn't know there was sitcoms involved.
Anything. I didn't say movies.
Oh, I thought it was a film.
No, anybody that played any role. Yeah, it doesn't have to be.
Believe it or not, I would have said not Jackie Gleason.
Art Carney.
Art Carney. I don't think anybody could have did that part.
Wasn't he drunk the whole time?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
very bad drinking problem.
Yeah.
During the filming of that program.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh yeah.
And so a lot of that stuff was off the cuff, or did they actually rehearse? Even though he was drunk?
They had scripts.
They did.
They had 30-minute scripts. Well, 22 minutes.
Yeah.
And Jackie Gleason was notoriously anti-rehearsal.
Oh, really?
So they would rehearse possibly one time.
Okay.
So
a lot of actors are like that, actually. Jimmy Stewart was the same way.
Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah.
So a lot of it was improv. A lot of it they followed the script.
They go off the script.
But they would go off the script all the time.
Okay. All right. All right. Let me see. So I looked it up. This isn't my personal list. I actually Googled it to see what the list would come up as. Christopher Lloyd as Doc Brown in Back to the Future. What was that? Are you going to tell me you don't like Back to the Future?
Not really.
What is wrong with you? I have never met anybody that dislikes Back to the Future.
I don't dislike it. I didn't say I dislike it. I don't think I've watched. I think I watched the first one.
Oh yeah, I'm not talking about the whole series. I'm talking about the 2 and 3. In my opinion,
Christopher Lloyd. Are you sitting there telling me, out of everything, all the films and sitcoms and all these things, you're going to pick Christopher Lloyd, who I think was a great comic actor.
Well, he's still alive.
Okay.
You said was.
Still is, okay.
He was Did you see Nobody with Bob Odenkirk?
Bob Odenkirk is a great actor.
Bob Odenkirk is a very talented man.
Can you see anybody else playing that Breaking Bad role?
Oh no,
besides him.
Perfect casting
Saul.
for Saul Goodman.
Oh.
Perfect casting. That whole, not only do I love a show with a great story and great script, but I'll love a show or a movie that much more when the cast is perfect.
Oh yeah,
that show had the perfect cast.
Michael Richards. I can't see anybody else playing Kramer.
Okay, I'll give you that.
You know,
but you're saying you can see other people playing Doc Brown better than Christopher Lloyd?
I'm sure.
I'm going to say no way. Christopher Lloyd is a genius.
He is a genius. Yes, I know he's a genius.
And comedy, more of a genius in the comedy world, but fantastic drama roles as well.
I don't think that was his best role. I think one of his best roles was
Reverend Jim
in Taxi, the show
Reverend
Taxi.
Jim.
Reverend Jim, yeah.
Yeah, he was great in that too.
It was great.
What does the yellow light mean?
Slow down.
But yeah, classic.
Classic.
But I don't think anybody can nail Doc Brown the way he did.
You know,
I think other people can play Marty McFly. I don't think anybody.
So do I.
Yeah,
I
agree. But
I
Doc
agree.
Brown, no, he.
And you may be right. You may be right.
You may be
Tony.
crazy. But it just may be a lunatic you're looking for. All right, let's see. This isn't. I don't think this is in any order. It's just a list.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one is probably the most obvious. Marlon Brando in The Godfather.
Not even close.
Yeah. Nobody. Yeah.
Nobody. And even Al Pacino as Michael.
Okay. Yep.
I can't see anybody else playing that,
and
especially in 1 and 2.
And like John mentioned before, De Niro. I thought De Niro was fantastic in 2. He did.
Oh, and 2 when they really showed the backstory.
Right.
Yes.
He wasn't like a bad impersonation. It made you think it could be Marlon Brando younger, but he still kind of made it his own too.
I'm going to go off the rails here.
Okay.
And I'm going to piss somebody off because that's what I like to do.
Okay. Weirdo.
I am a weirdo. I think there's great actors out there.
Yeah.
One-dimensionally.
Oh, yeah. You take Samuel L. Jackson, basically plays the same role in every movie he's in, but it works. And every time it works. Is that what you mean?
Works great.
Yeah, is that what you mean?
I'm going to say another actor, and someone tell me if I...
Let me interrupt you for a second. Are you saying that because I said De Niro? Like, are you saying De Niro does that?
I know I'm going to get crushed for this. 90%... I've seen Robert De Niro in one role that wasn't that kind of gangster role. He played a guy having like I think it was an affair with Meryl Streep, and they were on the Long Island Railroad together every day.
Is that The Deer Hunter?
No, oh my God, The Deer Hunter is a classic role.
Yeah.
But Robert De Niro, what he does, I think is outstanding. But I think 95% of his roles are the same. And he's great at it.
I'm not going to crush you, but I
like
strongly
Goodfellas,
disagree
Casino,
with this.
The Godfather,
Well, yeah.
you know.
Yeah, those, and I do think, personally, I think Casino was a total cash-in. Let's just, hey, Joe, let's go reprise our mobster roles.
Right.
But I still strongly disagree. Wag the Dog. Wag the Dog and Kaplan. Not only does he not play his stereotypical stuff, but he's almost looks like a completely different person. That's how much he puts into his roles.
He does. Yeah.
What's the one with Robin Williams?
Robert De Niro and Robin Williams?
Yeah, Robert Williams is the doctor. De Niro has he has the disease.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Yeah, it's a really great movie. What the hell's the name of it?
He brings him out of a comatose state.
Yeah.
At a state hospital.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
There was another movie with De Niro's that came to mind, and I lost it. Did you ever see Everybody Knows, I think is the name of the movie? It's De Niro and Drew Barrymore and Kate Beckinsale and Sam Rockwell. He plays their father. Very depressing movie, but very good. I thought De Niro was fantastic in that. Where he wasn't the stereotypical. Yeah.
I thought Denzel Washington always played the same kind of role until I saw Fences.
Loved Fences. Loved it.
That is a master class of acting by him and Viola Davis.
Agree 100%.
Oh, my God.
I wish if there are times, where you jokingly say, I wish I was younger or older for a particular reason. Sometimes I'll think about that because Fences, originally a play, originally starred James Earl Jones.
Oh, yeah, I
would
know.
have loved to have seen that.
Well, I've seen clips. There are clips you can find on
there?
YouTube.
I'll have to look for that.
And I'm going to tell you something. As great as James Earl Jones was, I've watched a bunch of clips of that show, Broadway. Boy, him and Denzel, it's close.
I read
was great.
I read the script for Fences when I was in high school.
Wow.
And I'll tell you why. I don't know if you know this, because back in the 80s, because he had, burst onto the scene, they were going to make a movie of Fences with Eddie Murphy. And it didn't. It obviously fell through. But I remember at the time, I was taking drama class in school, and my drama teacher was saying, "Oh my God, we were just talking one day, and I saw it too. He must have been doing some interview on some show, and I remember seeing it.
But he was young.
He was early 20s.
Because that's a role for
but you can age him up.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing the interview. It might have been Barbara Walters or one of those, and he said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna be doing Fences soon." And she mentioned something about seeing this interview, and so I said to her, "I go, what's this thing Fences?" Because Barbara Walters was like, and then my drama teacher said, "Oh, you got to read the script. It's amazing. He's going to be great in it." So I did. I read it. I was like, "Wow, this is something."
Oh, it's unbelievable.
And then I was really looking forward to it. I think Eddie Murphy would have nailed it. Nothing against Denzel, but the movie didn't really. It didn't do anything. Like, it didn't win awards, didn't go down as like this classic.
The one Denzel did?
Yeah. It wasn't a big hit. If
Did
Eddie
Viola
Murphy
Davis win the Academy Award?
for that movie?
I believe she
Oh,
did.
maybe she did. But still,
He was nominated. He didn't win.
But still, today, I think most people didn't see it. It wasn't really a
You're
big
right.
hit.
No.
If Eddie Murphy did it, I think it would have been a smash, and it would have been.
That's a good conversation to have.
But all right, who else do we have here?
Well, I'm surprised no one is saying. Well, first of all, can you see anybody else playing Forrest Gump besides Tom Hanks? And
do you know who was supposed to do it?
Yes, I do, because I just read it. John Travolta.
Correct. Yeah.
I can't see that.
I think it would have been a completely different movie, but I can see it.
I don't think it would have been the classic that it is now.
Did I ever tell you a story when we had Kevin Pollak in here? Well, he wasn't
Yes.
in here; he was on Zoom. But he told a great story. He was so when they were putting together A Few Good Men, Tom Cruise, Demi Moore, and so many other Nicholson, so many other great people.
Yes, Viola Davis.
She did win for it?
The Academy Award.
Okay,
yes.
good. She's great. So when they were putting the movie together, so they locked in Tom Cruise, they locked in Jack and Demi. They were waiting. The guy that the role that Kevin Pollak had, he didn't get it at first.
Oh, he didn't.
Now
Lieutenant Weinberg.
Right. Now Rob Reiner directed it.
Yeah.
Rob Reiner was at the time finishing up a project with Kevin Pollak, so he was telling him, "I might put you in this movie. We're waiting on this other guy. He's currently on a sitcom, but it doesn't look like it's going to be renewed. If it's not renewed, he's going to get it. If the show does get renewed, then the part's yours." So Kevin Pollak was like, they got to renew the show. They got to renew the show. But they really didn't think it would be because the ratings were so bad in the first season. A little show called Seinfeld. Jason Alexander was supposed to have that role. So Kevin Pollak tells us that story.
I can't even. No,
I can't see it. But
Kevin
then I
Pollak
said,
was great.
But Kevin Pollak broke onto the scene, like he popped from doing impressions, doing stand-up comedy. So and he's friends with Jason Alexander.
Oh, he is.
And he had a podcast for a short time where he had Jason Alexander on, and they discussed this. So I said, as a guy who does impressions, I said, have you ever, read your lines from A Few Good Men as Jason Alexander? And you see it right away. His face is kind of lit up. And then Andy Plajanos, who was here at the time, he turns to me, he goes, "I think he just ruined his day," because he's going to now spend the rest of the day trying to work out those bits. And Kevin Pollak even said, he goes, "No," he goes, "I've never thought of that." He goes, "But now I just might do it." I was like, "Yeah."
And I thought he was terrific in that movie.
Oh, Kevin Pollak is fantastic. He doesn't. You don't see him in enough.
Do you know? Obviously,
so many great
obviously,
movies.
you know he that movie won movie of the year.
Yeah.
They say that's one of the, besides The Godfather, it's in the top 20 of most perfect films.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And bringing this full circle, I do think the first one, Back to the Future, I think that's a perfect movie.
Wow.
I think it's exciting.
I'm gonna have to watch
drama.
it again.
It's got fun. I'm
gonna have to watch it again.
I love that movie. All right, here's one that you probably don't think of, but it makes sense. Jeff Bridges as the dude. You don't know what I'm talking about, do you? The Big Lebowski?
Oh, The Big Lebowski. John Goodman's in that, right?
John Goodman is one of my favorite actors.
John Goodman can play anything. Yes.
Anything. I have spent many hours trying to track that man down to get him on this show, but he has no social media, that guy.
John Goodman?
Yeah.
Nothing?
Nothing. Nothing official. Nothing
Wow.
official. You know who I think I might get, and I've talked about it here before. I might be getting Bill Smitrovich. You don't know who that is?
No.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Bill Smitrovich?
We became friends on Facebook. I don't even know how that happened, but we've had some cool conversations. Sometimes he's like, "Yeah, let's do it." Other times he's like, then I don't hear from him for a few months. All right, here we go. I don't know why I went to Facebook just because automatically. Bill Smith. See, look at that. Comes right up. Bill Smitrovich. You know who that is.
Oh, him. He's in
everything.
He's in everything. He's a character actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and he was Corky's dad on Life Goes On.
Right.
But yeah, Bill Smitrovich, he's a tremendous actor in his own right. He's been in everything. But yeah, I might be getting him. All right. Another obvious choice. And this is 3 from one show. James Gandolfini, Edie Falco, and Michael Imperioli. Tony Soprano.
Michael Imperioli,
I think he's tremendous.
He is tremendous. He is. But I think it could have been pulled off by someone else.
Really?
The other two, no way.
No question.
No
Those
way.
two were amazing.
And I'm going to tell you something. The last season, the last season, Edie Falco was unmatched.
I don't think it's the last season. I think it might be season 4 or 5 when she tells him she wants to split up.
Yeah.
And that fight that they have
In that
with
that little cottage they have.
guest house or whatever. Yeah. That scene.
Yeah.
That
I've been in
is-
love with Furio. I can't
Yes.
wait to see him
And then he
every
punches
day.
the wall.
Yeah.
That is some of the best acting you will ever see by the chemistry those two had.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole show, but those two, holy moly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, but I'm going to disagree about Imperioli. I thought
He was great. Don't get me wrong. I loved him.
But I think he gets a little outshined because of Gandolfini. I'm telling you, Christopher and the way Michael Imperioli, I mean, he was, I think people just don't realize, but Tony Soprano, obviously the main character, but I think Christopher was the next one down. That show was about the two of them. It wasn't just about Tony Soprano. And Michael Imperioli nailed it.
Well, he is a very good actor.
There's
Yes,
a movie,
he's a very good actor.
and I've had the pleasure of meeting him once. Actually, I met him twice. Yeah, you know what? I've told him this on 2 separate occasions now that I think about it. There's a movie he made with John Voight. Oh, the title is escaping
Another good
me.
actor.
Yeah. And it's almost like a Wonderful Life type thing where like angels or ghosts are appearing to John Voight and they're showing him, the way, whatever the way is, whatever the plot was about. I don't even remember. But Imperioli was unbelievable in this role. And it wasn't even a main role. He was only in for a short time of this movie, but yeah, he blew me away in this movie. Blew me away. And I've had the pleasure of being able to tell him that twice.
Wow.
He's a tremendous actor.
I will tell you, I'm surprised Sylvester Stallone is not coming up.
You know what? He's not on the list. Yeah, there's nobody that can play Rocky like him.
No, and you know what? And everybody knows the story. The studios did not want him.
Right.
They wanted, what the hell's the guy name from Love Story? They wanted Burt Reynolds.
Oh, yeah?
They wanted Burt Reynolds, someone else, and they wanted, O'Neill.
Oh, Ryan O'Neal.
Ryan O'Neal. I don't think anybody could play the Rocky.
Definitely not. No way. and with that, same with Adrian.
Yeah, who's going to play Adrian?
Nobody. Again, they just had such a chemistry
and
together.
Paulie, I guess they could have picked another character actor, but he
was great.
He was great.
He, again, a scene stealer. He just took it. Yeah, and he, without trying, he's just that good.
Yeah.
Burt Young. Not a great actor, but can't see anybody else playing this role. Harrison Ford is Han Solo.
I'm not a big Star Wars guy, but no one else could play Chewbacca better than John Candy.
Barf?
Barf.
That's great. All right, this is also pretty obvious. Two from the same movie. Anthony Hopkins is Hannibal Lecter and Jodie Foster is Clarice.
No.
And they've had
other
guys play Hannibal Lecter.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad, but they're
No.
definitely not Anthony Hopkins.
No.
Another great actor, Brian Cox. You know who that is?
Oh, yeah.
He's the original Hannibal Lecter.
FX. Oh,
yeah,
is
right.
he?
Yeah. What was the original movie called?
He's got a creepy face.
He was excellent, but it wasn't Anthony Hopkins.
No.
And same thing with Jodie Foster. I mean, they had what?
She was terrified of him during that.
Yes.
During filming of that.
Yes, I've heard that.
Yeah.
And then what? And then Julianne Moore played the role in the next movie. And I love Julianne Moore.
I think she's an outstanding actor.
Oh, outstanding. But a huge difference between her and Jodie Foster.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody. The next one. Oh, you just mentioned John Candy. John Candy as Uncle Buck.
Nobody. And I was going to say it.
Nobody. What a great freaking movie.
But
you're not a gnat, are you, Bug? Love that movie.
What I like is when the clown comes to the door and he goes, "Get in your mouse."
I like when he goes off on the principal. Here's a quarter. Why don't you go get a rat to gnaw that thing off your face
and have a rat gnaw that thing off your face. And he goes, "Good day to you, madam."
Right. And now sticking with that, the next one on the list, Macaulay Culkin as Kevin in Home Alone. I don't think anybody else could have nailed it like he did. He was a great child. And again, he was great in Uncle Buck. That scene where he's interrogating
he's
John
like,
Candy.
You have a wife? No.
Yeah, right.
Why don't you have a wife? You have kids? No.
What a
Why?
great scene.
Yeah, great scene.
That kid was a great child actor.
Yeah.
He was great.
And his brother actually is a good adult actor.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned Bob Odenkirk. Him and Culkin are currently doing Glenn Ross.
Oh,
on
that's
Broadway.
right, yeah.
With Michael McKean, who was also in Better Call Saul. Bill Burr is in it.
Bill Burr.
Who was also in Better Call Saul. And some other people. Michael McKean from Glen... He's from Glen Cove, Michael McKean.
Oh, is he?
That's where he grew up, yeah.
I told you, I saw Adam Lambert and Auli'i. I can't say her name.
Obviously.
The woman who sang Moana
Mhm.
in Cabaret at the Kit Kat Club on Thursday.
Yeah.
Adam Lambert has one of those. I know you've seen him as the front man for Queen. I guess it's different. But Broadway, he just has the perfect. He's
definitely more of a Broadway voice. I agree.
He's got a. He's one of those voices when you hear it, you say, "Wow, that's something special."
Absolutely. I'm not a. I don't hate him in Queen, but I don't like him all that much in Queen. But I do appreciate his voice.
Yeah, he's got some voice.
But I mean, I could be up there singing with Queen, and people will enjoy it because those songs are just so great that it's impossible to.
You think anybody with a decent voice can get up there and sing Freddie Mercury songs?
Because they're such great songs, not
they're
because
great songs. Yeah,
I'm not saying it'll be a great performance.
Right.
I'm just saying people will still love it because the songs are that good.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I could do it, and I'm a terrible singer. That's how good the songs are. Is what I'm saying. And that's why. That's one of the reasons why I don't really like Adam Lambert with them. He hits the notes and he can sing them, he can sell it, but I don't particularly like his voice with the band, and I just don't like him as a front man. I think I told the story.
Yes.
He sings a song. This is the best example I always give. Queen has a song called "Fat Bottom Girls." So right in the middle of the song, he's out there and gets up. Where are all my big ass bitches? Like, come on, that's hacky. And that, to me, I don't know. I'm just where Freddie was, a good front man, and he had presence. He didn't say stupid shit like that.
Well, there was no one better.
Freddie was
irreplaceable.
Well, and I think I told you there is a guy out there. His name is Mark Martel. I'm telling you, you would think that they. You know what? I'm going to find a picture and show you guys. You would think that somebody took a mold of Freddie Mercury's face, put it on this guy. You would think it's the second coming of Freddie Mercury. It is unbelievable.
Oh, he's a young Freddie. But how does he sound?
He sounds exactly like Freddie Mercury. Fine, I'll pull up a song.
He sings as well as Freddie Mercury.
He sings as well as Freddie Mercury.
But why wouldn't Queen take him then?
Queen they still play and tour and whatnot, but they also have this. They also have this show that they put out. It's a Queen show, but it's not them. It's called the Queen Extravaganza.
Oh,
so like when Queen takes a few years off, or you want to go see like a smaller place for less money, you go see the Queen Extravaganza. These guys tour all over. Whoa. These guys are constantly on tour. What is happening here? So and they use him for that. What in the world is going on here? Hang on, sorry. I'm having some issues here.
Have you seen this guy live?
I have not seen
you've
this guy
heard
live,
him.
but I have friends that have seen this guy live, but I've seen him on TV. What is happening here? Okay. I don't know what.
Stand by, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, bear with
We
me a
are
second.
working
Sorry.
on it. Or should I say, lady and gentlemen?
All right.
Get it, lady and gentlemen.
Yeah. That, to me, looks exactly like Freddie Mercury. But all right, so now I will go to YouTube and I will find you. You're gonna say to me that's Freddie Mercury. That's how much this guy sounds like him. Hang on, going on YouTube.
And there's no lip syncing involved.
No, none. He plays out live. He's been on TV shows. All right, here we go. Bohemian Rhapsody.
Did they say he was at the Patchogue Theater?
I don't see that. We'll look. We'll check that out in a second.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, Bohemian Rhapsody, take one.
Not really. You guys can hear
Warts
this.
and all. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. I'm just a poor boy, I need no sympathy, 'cause I'm easy come, easy go, little high, little low. Any way the wind blows doesn't really matter to me. Mama just killed a man, put a gun against his head, pulled my trigger, now he's dead. Mama, life had just begun, but now I've gone and thrown it all away.
Do I rest my case?
You rush. I'm sold. I'm still.
But there's a butt coming.
There is a butt coming.
What's your butt?
My butt is, why wouldn't Queen take him as the front man?
Oh, I agree. They should.
Why? Because Adam Lambert was coming off the American Idol thing and all that stuff. And Adam Lambert has a great voice, but he doesn't sound like Freddie Mercury.
Right. Mark Martell, Patchogue Theater.
Yeah. When was it? Oh, that was when? 2020. What?
Oh, it says 2025. What is
Really?
This? Oh, all right. So, oh.
What?
You want to go see Mark Martell play Queen music at the Patchogue Theater?
October 18th.
April 26th. That's radio 26th.
Oh, April 26th. Oh, God.
Sorry, little inside joke.
Little inside
You can't go to that.
Neither could you.
Well, I wasn't trying to.
You're a jerk.
Oh, yeah.
How does Adam Lambert do with all the high notes? Well, he could hit all the high notes.
Yeah, he can hit them. But come on, it's not like this.
He's got 1.46 million followers. Where's he from?
Mars.
Nice.
I have no idea. See, he even looks like him.
Oh, so he's a solo artist, really.
I'd sit alone and watch your life, my only friend, through teenage nights, and everything I had to know, I heard it all
on my radio.
You give them all.
Okay, and that's that. Goodbye. So yeah, that's the story there. Yeah, sounds just like him. It's freaky and scary how much he sounds like him. How did we get into that?
Well, we're talking about irreplaceable actors.
Oh, okay. Oh, I saw more on this list. Jack Nicholson in The Shining. Jack Nicholson in A Few Good Men. And then last on the list.
Do you know? May I interject at this particular moment?
Oh my God.
I had a very dear friend of mine back when Seinfeld was in its heyday.
Okay.
And said to me, like this, "You could be George Costanza," to me. And you know what? I think I could have.
You would have played it a hell of a lot different than Jason Alexander would have. Or did, I should say. But
probably I would have been a little more over the top in certain things.
Well, he was extremely over the top, and he did a lot of yelling. And
he did a lot of yelling.
That's the part I don't see you doing. So I'd be curious to see what you do with it. I got to play. What was the guy's name? Had a recurring theme. Remember? Did you watch Seinfeld a lot?
Yeah.
You remember the one where George is fighting with the guy over the parking spot? They were both pulling into it at the same time. That guy, Mike. The guy had a recurring role. That character, Mike something. There's this couple that I know in the city. They're both actors, and they decided to keep. They decided to make their own Seinfeld episodes. Like if Seinfeld had continued on, so like Seinfeld was dealing with topics of the day. So they what the hell was that character's name? So yeah, there was the one with George and this guy fighting over the parking spot, and then there was another episode. Didn't Jerry? Oh, didn't he close a hood on the guy's fingers or something?
Yeah.
I forget the character's name, but this couple that they continue to make Seinfeld episodes. They had me come in to play that guy.
Wow.
And so I'm yelling at Jerry and carrying on about the fingers, but I'm trying to make nice. We're trying to be friends. But then Jerry, the guy playing Jerry, accidentally pushes me in front of a bus. So I'm wearing long pants, and then you see me later in the episode with the prosthetic because, they're insinuating that I lost my leg from the bus. It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. I had a good time doing that. Jennifer, I think she's talking about De Niro. Cape Fear. Yeah, De Niro was amazing in that.
Cape Fear.
That wasn't your typical mobster.
Remember the movie he played with Wesley Snipes? He was the fan. The Fan.
The movie was all right.
The movie was all right, but his part was great. He played a pretty twisted individual.
And you
I guess
kind of got that,
like Cape Fear.
And you got that sense. Like you kind of knew that he may be on the spectrum or something. The way he played it. Oh yeah,
The Fan.
Yeah.
Or Cape Fear. He was a psychopath.
Right. Yeah. So Jennifer O was enhancing my point of why we disagree that De Niro was one-dimensional.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I just have it in my mind that that's all he's because he's played it so well and so many times.
He did a nice
I
job.
saw have you seen The Irishman? He was great in The Irishman.
I did think he was great in The Irishman.
Yeah.
I thought he was great when he played Bernie Madoff. Did you see that one?
No.
I thought he was very good.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
Okay, let's see. Going back, I haven't read comments in a while. Let me go back.
Come on.
What is more important than the flag? Mike made me. He also on the side of the flag is his dog tag. Oh, really? Like the actual dog tag? Mm-hmm. You gave that to him? Mm-hmm. Is he worthy? Really? From there, I can definitely see Mike Keegan smelling like the Long Island Game Farm. Is it me or does a cat's asshole look like an Ashley cigar tip? What? Cats suck. If you don't love dogs, I question you as a human. I agree. I never understood people that say they have an outdoor cat. I'm no expert, but doesn't have to live in the house to be considered a pet. If cats were as smart as people, they wouldn't get stuck in trees. Fremder has a lot to say about cats.
I see that.
I used to have a book called 100 Things to Do with a Dead Cat, and apparently you can take a stiff cat and play darts if you run out. What the hell? In heaven, Jim Morrison is about to meet Jim Morrison. That was Val Kilmer did a great job, and the movie was kind of so-so, but he did a great job. Willow was my favorite Val Kilmer movie, says Ann. My daughter cried when she heard the news. Oh, wow. And then there's John. Good choice, sweetie. Goodness. From there, to make sure Val Kilmer's comfortable, I'm sure they propped his head on a willow. So, did you get Stallone for Rocky because Ava said it?
No.
Oh, because Ava
my phone's
said it.
here.
Yeah. From there, they're coming out with a new Back to the Future movie. Apparently, this time, the DeLorean has trouble staying in its lane. I had to see the doc. Because I hurt my flux capacitor zipping up my McFly at 88 miles an hour. Oh, John Rusiello says Don Knotts. Nobody was better. In what? What? The Andy Griffith Show? I mean, he was great in that, but all right. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Samuel L. up for the motherfucker award. I think that must be in his contract where he has to say that in every movie.
Be. I'm waiting for him to say it in the Capital One commercials.
Yeah, it's true. Well,
what's he doing, motherfucking wallet?
But didn't they do that in one of the commercials where he was like and then they cut him off?
Yes, he says mother. Yeah.
Oh, Ann agrees with John, of course. Don Knotts was something else. Loved him in Mr. Limpet and Ghost and Mr. Chicken.
Mr. Limpet?
Yeah, Mr. Limpet. You didn't see that movie? That was a funny movie.
No.
With Don Knotts. He was great as Mr. Furley.
Is it an erectile dysfunction movie?
It's about a man who turns into a fish. Really, that's what it's about. Fremder, Samuel L. has a tribute band called Simon and Motherfunkle. Romeo says Edie Falco was even better in Nurse Jackie.
Yes.
She was even better?
Who said that?
Romeo.
She was outstanding.
Really? And our own Adam Ferrara was on that show. Adam Ferrara has been in here several times. Great comedian. He was on that show. If Sylvester Stallone was a vegetable, he'd be the Italian scallion.
Oh, God.
Romeo is quoting Hannibal Lecter. Fremder, they realized Ian McKinnon was gay when they found him with all of his ex-men.
I will tell you.
Yep.
All the Lord of the Rings actors?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think none of them all of them were irreplaceable.
And X-Men?
Did you hear what I said?
No. Yeah, I did. What movie? The
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. I
Yeah.
knew it was one of those fantasy movies.
And the Hobbit.
Yeah, all of them.
It's not. I don't really see it as a fantasy movie, but we could argue that point another time.
I've never seen them, so I won't argue that.
How can you not see the Lord of the Rings?
How
and
do
the
you
Hobbit
not like
movies?
Back to the Future?
I didn't say I didn't like it. I said I have to rewatch it.
Yeah, but you started with it's an okay movie.
To me, it was. You cannot compare the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit, that was written by one man who developed a language, this whole universe, and Back to the Future.
Well, you're talking about two different things. You're not talking about the time and effort. You're talking about whether a movie. I could spend my whole 55 years working on a movie, and it might be shit. That doesn't matter. A great movie is a great movie, and yes, I'm going to bet you $1 that more people will take Back to the Future over Lord of the Flies or whatever the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, you know why? Because it's a pop culture thing.
Oh, so now you're making excuses.
I'm not making excuses.
Oh, I know.
Come on.
Oh,
Christ's sakes.
We are on, right? You guys can see us because it looks like my program froze. Oh no, we're good. Okay, there it is. Yeah, it froze for a second, but then it came back.
It froze.
It did freeze. But we froze on there? No, we didn't. What?
What?
Don't do that to me.
What did I do?
You said we froze.
Because I was going to follow it up with it's a funny term. We froze.
Oh, I thought you were telling me the YouTube feed actually did freeze.
No.
You gave me a heart attack, you son of a bitch. Freddie Mercury was a great front man, and apparently he was also a great back man.
Oh, God.
Yeah, John says, yeah, that was amazing. The guy sounds just like Freddie.
Yeah.
Fremder, yeah, sold on Queen, but there's definitely a but. B-U-T-T. He looks like Donny Osmond.
I could see that.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Lambert looks like Henry Cavill. No, I don't see that.
Who said that?
Fremder. I don't see that.
Henry Cavill's a very handsome fellow.
Miscast as Superman. I didn't like him as Superman, but I do think he's a good actor. But
he's the new guy in The Witcher.
Correct. Bernie Madoff with a lot of money. Yes, he did. Ava says Sylvester Stallone and Rocky. Right. Didn't you say that earlier? But yeah, we said that. And then the last one on this list that I had, which I know you'll definitely agree with, very obvious choice, Lucille Ball. Are you going to disagree with me? Are you going to tell me you didn't like I Love Lucy?
I was not a fan of I Love Lucy. But there's a backstory. You know I have backstories to everything.
Quick,
right?
the backstory, because
right?
I'm about to hit you. So tell me the backstory. You don't even have one. You're making one up as you think right now.
I'm not. I'm trying to say this nicely. My brother was obsessed with it. And I think that's what turned me off to it.
All right, but that's...
Plus, wait, I'm not finished with my story.
Okay.
I got obsessed with Carol Burnett.
Good thing you added that, because that means nothing to the point of this
It
argument.
does. I'm sorry. So I latched on to Carol Burnett much more than I Love Lucy.
Ava, I didn't skip comments. I read it. I even said to your pal here, I said, did you say Stallone because Ava said it? I'm going to fight you both at the same time.
Well,
you got sick of I Love Lucy, but that...
I really never got sick of it. I didn't watch it all that much.
Well, then how can you be so against your brother?
Well, I watched it because he always had it on.
So that means you
and
must have seen it a lot.
I was just annoyed. I mean, the famous scenes with the chocolate, in her mouth and all that stuff. And, I thought Ricky was funny. I thought Ethel and...
Fred.
Thank you. Were funny.
They were all funny.
They were all funny.
Another perfectly cast show.
I know. I love when...
And William Frawley was like...
Well, William
800 years older than Vivian Vance, and they still made them a couple.
Yeah.
But it still worked.
Listen, I don't gig you on what you like or dislike.
You actually do, and I'll explain.
I'd like to hear this.
This brings the show full circle today.
Sylvester Stallone and Rocky.
It pisses me off when people talk about Springsteen because they just think of his politics. They can think whatever they want. You have your own reasons for not liking Lucy. They have their reasons for not liking Springsteen.
Yeah.
But you said it pisses me off. So now,
you know what's funny? I'm going to tell you why.
Hypocritical son of a bitch.
I'm going to tell you why my point is valid.
Oh, please do. So I can shoot you the fuck down.
The person that was in Drop Dead Comedy that we won't speak of.
Well, which one? There were a bunch of them.
I thought, when I say make this comment.
Okay, I think I got you.
I thought she was just as good as Lucille Ball. And with the right training and the right experience, I think she could have pulled the same shit off. And that's why I say that. Carol Burnett, maybe Carol Burnett could have been replaced too, but it was that surrounding cast she had. It was brilliant.
All right, but that's the same with Lucille Ball.
I
there was a time I thought who you are talking about was Lucille Ball-esque.
Yes,
but
yeah,
I don't know. I don't think I agree that she could play the role as good.
I think she could have pulled it off with the right experience, the right training, and Yeah, I'm
going to disagree.
Yeah,
she could have pulled it off, and it would have worked, but it wouldn't have been just like you as Costanza. It would have been different. It would have worked, but it wouldn't have been the same. But in this case, I think Lucille Ball, it wouldn't be the same, but Lucille Ball has the edge. And take that bitch away from it. Like,
right.
I can't think of another actress. I can't think of another actress that could play that.
What about Carol Burnett?
In fact, they did. No, I don't think Carol Burnett's
Nicole
style was different.
Kidman played her, right? Who played Lucille Ball?
Oh, I thought that movie was terrible. I hated it.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
But then they redid. Sometimes on TV they did All in the Family recently where Woody Harrelson was.
Oh God!
I didn't see it, but they.
I tell you what, that's a guy that's not replaceable.
As what?
Archie Bunker.
Oh, Carol O'Connor. Yeah, I'll give you that.
O'Connor. Or her
and Edith. Yeah, I
Both
agree.
Of them. Yeah.
But who played? Didn't they redo?
Yeah, Woody Harrelson.
Well, that was All in the Family, but.
All in the Family.
Didn't they
what
do
are
it?
you talking about?
Didn't they just like that? They redid it All in the Family. Didn't they redo an I Love Lucy?
I don't recall that.
No?
I just remember the movie.
Oh, I know what I'm thinking of. They've been once in a while they put out an episode, but they colorized it and enhanced it. That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh,
but yeah, I don't. Yeah, that Nicole Kidman movie. I hated that movie. I didn't think it was very good at all. Didn't like it one bit. Let's see. Let me read some comments and then we're going to get out of here.
Come on.
Yes, you guys are on. All I see are two tits. You guys, yes. Oh, we can see you. Okay, thank you. Well, you were skipping through comments. Oh, I read that already. Oh, so I had to repeat. Oh, you were skipping comments, so I had to repeat myself. But I didn't skip your comment.
Let me tell you something. You're talking about
Ava.
Let me tell you something. I didn't even tell you the April Fool's.
He's scared of you.
April Fool's joke.
Yeah.
The April Fool's joke. So I'll tell you real quick.
Yes.
So first of all, she's extremely sharp.
Okay.
Extremely intelligent. So yesterday morning, I didn't know she was doing this kind of about the same time to her mother. We send jokes back to each other, right? And so she sends me a joke. I send her a joke. She goes, "I'm having a shitty Tuesday." So I'm like, oh, she's a young woman, we're friends. And I'm like, oh, what's going on? She goes, Cole, I won't say his name, her boyfriend. My boyfriend wants to talk to me next time I'm home. He wants to take a break. Now, you have to understand, I just want to paint the picture for you real quick. This young man I just played golf with on Saturday. So I spent 3 hours with him playing golf. And he's a nice young man. So I'm like, I don't get it. So right away, I'm like, oh, wait, are you all right? She got me good. Son of a bitch. Same with her mother. And I'm like, are you all right? I mean, I was thinking all these things like, all right, it'll take me 2.5 hours to get to her. She, because they've been together quite a while, years.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Years. And it went on for like 4 or 5 minutes. And I'm like, are you all right? Is there anything? I don't even remember what I was writing. And then all of a sudden, all the emojis, April Fool's Day popping up on the screen. And as soon as I saw the first one, I said, motherfucker, I can't believe she got me.
Well, you know what that means.
I got fooled.
Yeah, but it means, we got a year to do some planning.
Oh, yeah, I have to get her back. But why does it have to be April Fool's? Why does it have to be April 1st? This is another idiom I don't understand. I know it's part of something, I don't know, big grand scheme. Why does it have to be April 1st? Why can't I say May 1st day? Or April, all right, any day in April. Why does it have to be April 1st? April 15th, April Fool's Day.
That's tax day.
All right, April 19th day.
What's wrong with you? Well, then fine. Why?
I know there's a reason why.
Make every holiday different than from now on.
I love it.
But there's a
As the Irish
science.
say, I love it.
Yeah, what was that?
I love it.
You all right?
No.
Hey, it's time for us to go.
Thank Christ.
Oh, all right. Ava has now challenged you, my friend. She said, let's make it the whole month. It's on.
It's on?
That's what she said.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'm with you.
Okay.
All right. Let's start planning.
We got to start planning.
Not today. I got to go. What did I do with my sheet? It's time for us to go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. So my pages are out of order now.
Off?
What?
Is my mic off?
No, I'm just ignoring you because I'm talking.
And Mike shouldn't even be, it shouldn't be Mike. It should be Mick because it's M-I-C. It should be Miss. It's not even spelled right. Mike. M-I-K-E would be this a mic. This is not a mic. This is a microphone.
Actually, now. So thanks for watching, everybody. It is Wednesday. We got Circling the Drain on tonight at 7 o'clock. And then Coffee with the Dog tomorrow morning at 9. And then tomorrow, we are not doing our usual Music Thursday tomorrow.
Why is this?
Because we had a guest who dropped out. And Frank won't be here.
No Francis Walker?
No Francis for the rest of April. I think. But so tomorrow we have the Bad Moms of Comedy will be joining me in here tomorrow. Looking forward to that. They're a lot of fun. They're playing the Giggle Room this weekend. Also, and that's it tomorrow. It's just Coffee with the Dog, me, and of course Peter Schwartz with Sports Bash.
How often is he on Sports Bash? Twice a week?
Twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Sorry to interrupt you.
It's all right. So yeah, Gov's Comedy Club podcast, and of course at the clubs this weekend. Just some of the names you'll see on a Governor's stage. Governor's in Levittown, and of course the Gig Room in Levittown as well. The Brokerage in Belmore, and the McGuire's in Bohemia. Joe Dombrowski, Jimmy Dore, Heather Shaw, Howard Moore, the Bad Moms of Comedy, Christina Mariani, Kevin McMahon, Kevin Dombrowski, and Daniel Simonson. Go to govs.com, make your reservations to some great comedy shows. Go to knockemdeadcomedy.com to see our schedule and find out your information on how you can hire us for your event. And if you'd like to audition, because we definitely have openings at Knockem Dead Comedy. We definitely have openings at Knockem Dead Comedy. So we'd be happy to audition you, especially if you learn fast how to do a role. Like 3 weeks. If you can learn a role in 3 weeks, we'll take you. KnockemDeadComedy.com, govs.com. Everybody have a great day, and Circling the Drain tonight at 7, and we'll see you on here tomorrow at 11. And we'll see you next week.
Just remember,